iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts.
Playlists and listen live on the free iHeart app.
Yeah. It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah. It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
On the cutting room floor today, the honey badger. You remember Nick Cummins?
Yeah, so let's just, I haven't heard that name for a long time. Ex-rugby player, rugby union player, bachelor, and in the end, first time ever, he chose no one.
He chose none of the girls.
Yeah, and which in a way was fair enough and honest, but it was made for a strange viewing.
Yeah, it did.
Broke two hearts.
Yeah, what does one of the girls do now? She's
one of Australia's most famous podcasters.
but her name escapes me.
Brittany Hocking.
Ah, she works with us. She's in our network. Yeah, sorry, Brittany. I had a mind blank there. Everyone just blends into each other. But Nick Cummins, the reason...
That's what he thought. That's why he chose no one.
What, he said, I'm just here for the chocolate bath.
And the pashing off.
Straight in.
See, pashes everyone, chooses no one. But having said that, there were other relationships where you pash everyone, pick one, and 2 months later that relationship's over. I think a lot of them probably go through the motions for the TV.
The Bachelor,
the motions.
Keep away from the chocolate bath. The Bachelor, I find that is odd because you're kissing all these ladies. So you might be put off by a bad kisser and you might be wooed by a good kisser, but the good kisser could have a terrible personality. But a good kisser...
Would you choose personality or kissing?
Well, men don't care about kissing anyway because it's a means to an end.
Would you choose bikini body over personality?
Yeah. I think we'll answer that some other time because it's not about me.
Okay.
It's about Nick.
Are you relieved?
Nick the honey badger
done?
Cummins. He has saved a little girl from choking on a lolly.
Has he?
He was at Lower Eltham Park Playground in Melbourne last Saturday at a girl's, I'm presuming, the kid's birthday party, and the girl started choking on a soft lolly. And the poor mother, the girl's mother, was beside herself because she unsuccessfully tried to offer first aid to the little girl and it wouldn't come out. And it is very distressing when a little kid starts choking.
Yes.
Yeah, so Nick's come along. I don't know how he did it. They don't recommend you do the Heimlich manoeuvre on anyone, especially a little kid.
That's not what he did he?
What we did, I did a first aid course recently for my coxswain certificate, backdoor brag there, but you hang the kid upside down and jiggle him about.
And is that what he did or you don't know?
It can be, I don't have that information, but it is a very distressing thing when they're choking.
So what a hero. And has his mum come forward to tell the story?
This has just come out in front of me. I have no other information other than that. This is breaking news for me. But
he might not have chosen a foxy lady to take home, but he saved a child.
Yeah, imagine that if you were walking past the park and you just see Nick Cummins with a kid tangled by the feet, shaking it about.
Choose one.
What are you doing? What's a kid, Nick the honey badger, just beating up that little kid? Because it's brutal. I'll tell you that right now. It's brutal.
Yeah, but what a relief.
It's brutal. I remember years ago, my sister is allergic to bees and I'd been watching Harry Butler in the Wild. Did you ever remember Harry Butler in the Wild? He seemed for some reason, there was a whole raft of those guys. There was Harry Butler, there was Malcolm Douglas, Ben Crop.
Yes.
Albie Mangle.
Yes.
And then everyone
And also
out.
the Bush Tucker Man.
No, well, this was before these guys begat the Bush Tucker Man. And Albie Mangle was accused of rigging a lot of the stuff.
Well, lots of jokes about Ben Crop for, here's a skull underwater, finding it in the same place every time.
Ben, you put that skull there last week.
Yeah.
And I always found with Harry Butler, like he would always give you bush remedies for if something happened. Like Malcolm Douglas, for example, he'd be on his aluminium tin boat and he'd always run out of water. The tide would always go out.
Well, read the tide charts, Harry.
And then Malcolm would be
Malcolm?
waist deep in mud trying to get his Quintrex out of the mud. And you'd say, mate, tide chart, you'd be
So
all right.
what did you learn from Harry?
Harry taught me how to remove a bee sting from a person effectively without injecting the poison into their flesh.
And how do you do it?
So what a lot of people do, you get stung by a bee, the bee sting comes off, but also there's a little sac.
It stays in the skin.
The sac is on the end of the stinger that comes out of the bee's bum, and the sac is full of the poison. And a lot of people would think, oh, that's a handy little play thing to pull the bee sting out. But no. What you're doing is more or less injecting the bee poison, the venom into the subject.
So what should you do?
And well, what you do is you get your fingernail underneath the sac and you tease it out.
That's what you do with a tick too.
Yep. So, and my sister, who's allergic to bees, like deadly allergic to bees, I saved her life.
Wow. My grandmother saved my life when I was 2, and they'd wandered off around. No one knew where I was. I was around the back of the couch, and there's a tin of peanuts that had a ring pull to open the lid, and the ring pull had come off, and I put it in my mouth, and I was quietly choking. It was my grandmother that noticed, hung me upside down, and then it was the tip of her fingernail, of her little finger. She was able to scoop it out, or else I would have died.
Goodness me. Imagine
who you're already planning who you'd have in this ulterior universe. Sliding doors, who you're doing this show with.
I'm just imagining you doing something quietly choking, because you don't do anything quietly.
The end.
Okay, kids, that's it for Dave. Come back tomorrow for more of Jonesy and Amanda's Cutting Room